your old mate, and we're out on a glorious day in Withensea. There he is. Don't know how it did that. Well, I think it sorted itself out after that little fracas. So I'm not sure what happened there. But at least we're okay. So once again, yep, it's your old mate Daryl. And I'm out here with Toby. There's my reflection with the gimbal. I don't know if I can get that or not. No, I can't. But I've certainly got Toby next to me. So we're just going to make our way. And I can give him a treat. Last few days we've not been walking around the cliff because of that fasciitis or whatever it's called I have on my right foot. Foot's a lot better now. I got some good insoles. So that's helped. And it isn't as bad, but it's still not right. Well, I'm being oined and annoyed. Somebody wants a treat. Yeah, Toby. Just gonna give Toby a treat. There we go. Come on, Toby. So I'm hoping another week of short walks and my heel will be a lot better. It'll have repaired itself. It'll repair itself, and I should be able to go on longer walks both morning and evening. Morning, we're up to 2 miles now. Hello. Oh. He's okay.
She's just so playful.
He's a little gentleman where ladies are.
Why can't they help it? Dogs are about to just glitch the bob after him. Come on.
See you later, love. It's a lovely afternoon, Thick Dog. How are you this afternoon? It's a little bit cold here. No, it's not cold, it's chilly, I should say. Yeah, so as I was saying, I've been on short walks for a while. So hopefully the end of next week I should be in a position to start building it back up. on, Toby. I mean, normally I've done about 9 mile by this point, but I've just done 4.31 today. Until my heel is right, I'm just going to have to take things a bit easy. God, that sun. The sun's very, very, very bright, even though it's a chilly day. There's very little heat coming off the sun, and with a very brisk northeasterly wind. Right, okay, Tobes. Have we done it? We have, haven't we? Wait a minute. Toby. I've got my civic duty to perform. You know, when these companies make bags, you'd think there'd be a process where you could make them so they can do it easy. Easy to open. I've got it now. Yeah, I've got it. So now I can do my civic duty. Remove what needs to be removed. Oh, that weren't very good, were it? Come on, Toby. Right, that's gone. Now, Toby, come on. Oh, God. Right, now that's all done. Hi, folks. Hi, Middle Lamb. Thanks, Middle Lamb. He's absolutely brilliant. He's Toby. He's a Jack Russell. Hi, Jack. Oh, I'll have to look at that in a bit then. Hi, Maddie Lamb. How are you? Sorry, I couldn't answer you straight away. As you'll have seen, I got sort of caught up there in having to clean up after Toby. He's right, he is a lovely dog. He's a good little friend, but it's more than a friend, he's family. Right, so I've got the bags where I need them, rather than having to go scurrying round in my pockets looking for them, so that's good. So I could just get one out now. Good afternoon. Well, my virus seems to have gone. I'm just left now with the after effects of it. I've really been in the wars this last few week. What with my heel, and then getting a virus. I'm glad to say the virus is more or less gone. I'm just left with the after effects now. Last night I got home and that, oh God, I literally slept. I was literally asleep from about 6:30 till we went to bed about 11:30, and then I slept all night until like 8 o'clock this morning when we got up. But the good thing is, the virus is gone. Come on. Well, we got 2 dogs coming up. Hello. There's good boy. Come on. No, Sean, we don't have. It is a nice view, and no, you don't really get chavs round here. Hi, Edward. Wow, Lincoln have done really well. I don't think there's anything now that can stop them going into the championship, is there? Even if they lost all the remaining matches, they'd still get up there, wouldn't they? Hiya. Come here, Toby. Good boy. You're a very good boy. Bolton did well about 10 years ago. I think they got themselves up to the... I don't think they got in the Premier League, but I think they came close to it. And then since then they just haven't been any good. The sky, gorgeous, isn't it? But it's one of those, you know, cool sort of spring days. You've got lots and lots of sunshine, lots of blue skies, but there is no heat. It's not a wind, it's like a breeze. But it's very cold. We're probably in actual fact 8 or 9 degrees degrees Celsius, but it feels more like 5. Certainly hear a dog, but I can't see it because of the sun. I've seen it now. Hello, you two. Hello. Say a nice hello, are we? There we are, that's nice. All good friends. Yes, hello. There we are. There we are. See ya. Bye. Hello, Malcolm. No, we're on the East Yorkshire coast. No, we're not. There's not much difference between us, really, in some respects. We both have massive problems with erosion, North Norfolk and East Yorkshire. But we're in East Yorkshire. We're at a place called Withensea. We're about 20 miles east of Hull. That's right, Jack. You know it. Well, we're up to 705 subscribers on here, which I'm quite happy with. You know, yesterday I think we had 702 or 703 maybe. Hiya. Sorry? It is. It is. It is.
I thought I've got the wrong gear on, but once I come on the prom, I thought, no, it's cold.
It is cold. We want to play. Well, we got upset yesterday, didn't we? He got upset with a greyhound.
Yeah, it was okay that night. It was when the dogs interfered and everything. Then it's a case of he gets jealous.
Yeah, I know.
And you two be quiet when this little dog. Sorry.
No, you don't apologise.
No, I'm just saying, no, but
Look, with all this room, and he chose to go between you, the dog, and the wall.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, I mean, maybe, you know, so I wouldn't do it with my dog. Go between somebody with a dog and the wall. Yeah, no, exactly. The other ones who get me at runners, they want that space between you and the wall, between the dog and the wall. They want that space. And you can't even hear them coming with the dog. Yeah. When we were kids, you had to have a bell on your bike.
Yeah, no, I can see that was a part of the thing.
Absolutely. Alright then. You know, it's telling me way off. I'll see you later, mate. Hiya! Spirit Brothers UK. Hiya, how are you? No, there's nothing around Coventry. Where's your nearest coastline from Coventry? It'll either be Skegness or somewhere like that, or the Welsh coast, won't it? And neither are very near. Barford or somewhere like that in Wales. Yeah, that bloke came up with his dog. He can see there's two people talking, they've got a dog each, and he comes right between us. And the guy we're talking to apologised. I see nothing to apologise for. Why would you walk your dog between a wall and another two dogs? I know I wouldn't. Some people just have no sense. He's a nice guy, that, as well. I wouldn't have apologised, though. But I didn't. Because sometimes you have to have common sense. I'm walking with my dog. My dog's my responsibility. I've got to keep him safe. And myself safe. And the best way to do that is to avoid situations where there might be conflict. When you drive, it's always defensive driving. You're looking for things that might happen. You're looking for balls appearing from nowhere. Kids, dogs, cats, all sorts of things. You're looking what other motorists do. It's the same when you're out walking with your dog. You're watching out for any hazard. And when you walk between two dogs and a wall, you're literally asking for problems. Stupid. Ah, there's our little friend. Didn't get close enough. There he is. Yeah, Barford or somewhere like that, I would think, from Coventry. Yeah, Mr. Malcolm. Yeah, Aberystwyth's nice, isn't it? But anywhere back the sea, I think it's a long way from Coventry. I mean, you're literally right in the very, very centre of England, aren't you? Yeah, the actual centroid of England. Well, you are actually. Meriden. Yeah, Meriden. That is literally the centre of England, isn't it? Which is just outside Coventry. I think it's on the A45. But it's called Meriden. I've been past it, but I've never been to it. But I know that is the geographical centre of England. Oh, for this lot. Yeah, I've got a kiddie wink at the back of me, so I'm being very careful not to get her on here. Yeah, all them birds, that were fantastic, weren't you, watching them there? When you look at the skill that they have. Hello, little fella. Oh. See you later. Yeah. I think Toby, Toby loves that interaction with other dogs. Hello, Dark Crypto. Oh, hell yeah, you're right, Gary. It is absolutely bitter. But the good thing is, we're nearly out of March. Well, we're now the 20th, 21st, which is good. We're on the 21st of March, so that's excellent. We've only got another 10 days to go. April, it shouldn't have been 10 days, it should be decidedly warmer. When I come out today, I come out without my coat on, and I walked for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I thought, it's going to be freezing cold on the beach. So I stuck my coat on. I thought, if it gets like too hot, I can always take it off and sling it over my shoulder, or carry it. I've got my gimbal. I've got my gimbal on. And I've got its bag wrapped around over my shoulder, so I can stick it over that. I thought, hey, look at these. You can hear the baby. The baby is bigger than its mother. Look. The baby is bigger than its mother. The baby is now bigger than its mother. The birds. Yeah, the baby is bigger than its mother, though.
On this mirror.
Oh. See you later, mate. Yeah, the baby bird is bigger than its mother. There's quite a few of them. There's that one we see every day, and there's a few others, and they must have been really late at hatching. Yeah, I bet they are, Gary. I bet they are. Yeah. Yep. Tell me about it. The North Sea wind on the beach. Oh. Especially when it's a northeasterly. That is coming right down from Scandinavia and Siberia, northeasterly, and it is absolutely bitter. Afternoon. One of Toby's friends. Oh, it's absolutely awful. My hands are cold now. Holding Toby's lead and holding the gimbal. My hands are really cold. I've tried in the past to change hands and things like that, but to be honest, it's more trouble than it's worth, because it gets difficult to control the gimbal with my left hand, Although I'm okay, my left hand with Toby. But holding your hand up, oh, well, the good news, we're going to London. Me, my son and my grandkids. On the 10th, we're coming back on the 12th, but I'm staying overnight on the 12th. Don't really like driving in the dark, and so I'll be coming home on the 13th. It's going to be a bit problematic. I will come online, but it's going to be as and when and what have you. But what I'll probably do is make a video. I'll have my camcorder with me. I'll have this. So what I'll probably do is come up with a video for you guys, because I'm going to be stuck with kids and grandkids and God knows what else for 3 days. Oh, he's lovely. Look at him. What a lovely dog. Come on. Hello. He's lovely, isn't he? He's a bundle of fun. What is he, a husky? Right. No, he's never going to forget this. Oh, and he deserves it. See you later. Mama Luke. He's lovely, isn't he, though, eh? Yes, I was saying, so I'm going to London. My granddaughter's doing a project at school about the Romans, so we'll go and see the London Wall and other Roman remains and things in the British Museum. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, he's lovely. Hello. Would she like a treat?
She has allergies, so...
Right, no, I won't then.
Yeah.
No. I always ask. I know they're never going to say no, but sometimes...
yeah, she would.
But I know, but sometimes humans know best.
Lovely.
Oh, this is Toby.
It's Toby. I know his name.
Oh, she's lovely. She really is.
Good guy.
See you later, love. Everybody's out with the dogs at the moment. Yes. They do over here too, Jack. Wow. Hiya, Dave. How are you today? So it was a good game then for Warrington, weren't it? I'd have thought Castleford would have done a bit better than 6 though. You know, I don't know much about sport, but I would have thought Castleford would have been a better team than that. But anyhow, congratulations. So it's going to be good. So I'm looking forward to going to London. So my granddaughter's got this project to do, and it'll be good taking around the bits of Roman London that are left. She's 9. because she's getting to that age now where she's got to really start thinking about stuff like SATs and things like that. It's only 2 years away. You know, writing proper answers to questions and stuff. But it's good. It's good what we're doing in that respect. The other fella, he's only 5. He's fine. He don't care. He just wants to see dinosaurs. So we'll probably go to a natural history museum as well. And then we'll spend quite a lot of time in St James's Park, which is what we normally do. And then before we come back, our ubiquitous visit to Hamley's toy shop. I'm not sure what that dog actually was, Jack. The first one was a Mameluke, but that last one, I don't know. I don't think it was an old English sheepdog. But I don't know. I should have asked her what it was. Yeah, so there you go. So we're going to be away on the 10th, 11th and 12th. Now, definitely on the 12th. I should be able to do something. But anyway, I'll be back to normal on the 13th. So although I'll do stuff while I'm away, it's going to be a bit different. It'll be on video. So it'll be there for you to look at. It'll be a visit to London. We normally go once a year, something like that, and we try and coincide with what Eleanor's doing at school. It helps a bit with her education and puts a little bit of knowledge there. If it's open, we might even go to the Bethnal Green V&A Toy Museum, but I'll have to see. I don't know. It's a lot to fit in. The good thing is our hotel's going to be near Tower Bridge and the Tower of London, so that's good. So I dare say we'll be taking pictures of the tower and of the old Roman wall and things like that. We'll go and have a look around London Wall, probably the first day. And have a quick snide hour at St James's Park. And then on the Saturday, it'll be the main day. It'll be the Roman room at the British Museum. Again, a lot of time at St James's Park. And then on the Sunday, we're coming home. So we'll probably end up going to Hamley's, spend a load of money on toys, wow, so he just hello little boy. So he still needs two wins and a draw. Well, with the record we've had so far, I don't think that's an impossibility for Lincoln, is it, Dave? Two wins in a draw, that gets them up. And then anything after that's just providence, isn't it, really? Well, here we have the top of the prom, so we can walk round, our usual, round the estate. Certainly a lovely day, but my hands are cold. It's definitely not warm. I'm certainly glad that I put my jacket on. Yes, I'm looking forward to going to London. It's not cheap though. For my son, me and two kids, 620 quid. So we're going Dutch, that's £310 each. He's sorting it all out, so I'll send him some money later on. So these things are never cheap, are they? But you know, when you got grandkids, you try and do right by them. Okay then, Jack. Enjoy your band practice anyhow, and that's good. And, you know, it's good that you can do it, and yeah, definitely enjoy it. How do? Yeah, it's a lovely area, this. It's just like that pesky sun, that pesky disc in the sky. Don't know what it is. It's bright disc in the sky. Mind you, in all fairness, we've had some pretty bad days recently, but we've had some pretty good ones as well. So maybe I shouldn't complain too much. I'm glad I don't own a motorbike. Coming over here on a bike, your hands would be so cold. Even with gloves on and everything else. Unless you got those electrically heated gloves you can get. But I don't know how they work. A guy I watch on YouTube, he delivers food, you know, he works at Just Eat and firms like that. And he has an electric bike. And he delivers, and he has these heated gloves. So whether they're heated from the bike battery or not, I don't know. Alright, Tobes. I'm being told about treats. Just bear with me while I give him a treat. Hang on, Toby, I'll just put these back in my pocket. There you are. So he's just had his treat. Well, it seems the Saudi Air Force has attacked Iran. I don't know much about it and I can't really comment at great depth. But a friend on Facebook who worked out there noticed that Royal Saudi Air Force tankers were in the sky. And they're not going to be there unless something's happening. So whether they're just shooting down missiles and drones and things, or whether they're actually going over to Iran, I don't know. So perhaps I shouldn't have said that they are attacking Iran. I should perhaps have said that the Saudi Air Force has mobilised and they are involved. So this thing is really going to heat up, I think. I mean, if this removes the idiots that are running Iran, then it'll be worth it. And I don't know how many people these Ayatollahs have killed out there. But you can't just keep on appeasing them. They export terror. They've destabilised most of the Middle East. And the only up to press Western governments and the media have done is appease them. And if nothing else, we should always understand from the lessons of the 1930s, appeasement doesn't work. The more you appease, the more the other side want, and the more... So it becomes a vicious circle. Appeasement demands more appeasement, demands more appeasement. I mean, back in 1979, I supported the Ayatollahs because I thought nothing could be worse than the Shah and his Savak, his secret police. They were awful. But I was wrong, like I was on so many things. But you never know at the time. No one knows how things are going to turn out. But I definitely know to appease them, you just make things even worse than they need be. You know, when a government can kill its own people because they're demonstrating about the high cost of food. That tells you a lot about that government. Yeah, it doesn't have any legitimacy at all. When the majority of people I wondered what that was. You alright, mate?
On the blog or something?
Yeah. Oh, you want to have a look?
I got him! What is it for?
Huh?
What is it for?
It's just on my website. It's my blog. Let these people get us first. Yeah, Toby.
What's your blog called?
Daryl Baker 1692.
Daryl Baker 1692.
Yeah, DARRL and Baker. All one word, lowercase. 1692.
I need to remember that, don't I? Daryl Baker 1692.
There you go. I've 700 odd people on it so far.
What are you doing documenting Women's?
Yeah, we've seen all sorts of things we do. We've had walks from Paul over to Eden, walk round Scunthorpe looking at the steelworks, talking about the pros and cons of what's happening. A couple of weeks we're going to London. There's all sorts on it.
No, well, you like it in Women's. You're from round here?
I live round here, but originally I'm from Manchester. But I retired here. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for making you jump. I just wanted to
Yeah, no, you're right. Take care anyway. See you, mate. Oh, that's nice, weren't it? Jumped at me. Yeah, sometimes you don't expect something, and it just nearly jumped at my shoes. Just wanted to know what we're doing. It's took details in my blog. So hopefully, yeah, I'll get another subscriber. If he likes it, that's good. I like what I do. I like the people I talk to. I like the things we talk about. Sometimes it's led by me. Sometimes we talk about things which are led by you. Yeah, you've done really well there. They've done really well, Edward. Hello. Hi, UK training guy, how are you? Yeah, I mean, 2 wins out of 6 games. I think you can manage that. Don't see that you can't. You've won all these games. I don't know what your fixtures look like for the remainder of the season, but there's no reason why they won't continue to play well. You know, Edward, I mean, they should do, shouldn't they? The big test will come next season, I think. You know, are you going to suffer from the Burnley disease? It's like with Burnley, they are better than Championship, there's no doubt about that. But they're not really Premier League. They'll always be kind of having the Championship, or if you have a good season, up in Premier, where they'll stay for a year or two, and then they'll come back down in a bad season. Whereas other teams in the Premier League, you know, even if you get a bad season, they're going to stay in the Premier League. Burnley will never have that privilege. And in a similar way, I wonder about Lincoln. Yeah, I'm glad they're going up, and they deserve to go up. That is absolutely brilliant. But once they're there, will they hold it? There you go. You know, that's the thing what I'm thinking about. I mean, we don't know, do we? Yeah, you're not going to get it. It won't be easy. Whatever you do, it's always going to be hard. And it's whether you can sustain that high level of professional football. And I'm not saying you can't, but it's like Burnley. They can never quite hit that sweet spot that will give them guaranteed membership of the Premier League. I mean, that's always going to be the problem with Burnley. They can never quite hit it. They're always going to be literally a smidgen below it. You know, so yeah, you can go up, you can go in the Premier, yeah, but they're never going to stay there. And that's always going to be the problem that they have. Hi, UK trading guy. Oh, thank you very much. This is Toby. He's a Jack Russell. He's about 18 months old. He's very, very friendly, although he would love a punch-up with some dogs he knows. But other than that, he's a little gentleman. He's a big part of my life. He's our little boss. Come on. You say that Burnley are not good enough. It's not that they're not good enough. Burnley's a small town. If you think in Wembley Stadium you could fit all of Burnley and still have spare seats. So you've got to look at it in that context. They can never really afford the players that teams like Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Everton can afford. But then you look at teams like Bolton. Now Bolton at one time, I don't think it ever got in the Premier League, but it came very, very close. I think they got to the playoffs. You'd have to ask someone like Dave, who's our aficionado in sports, on that. But Burnley can never, you know, it's not a question of being good enough. Burnley can never do it. This is the thing. When you're Manchester United, you're a worldwide phenomenon, or Man City or Liverpool. You've got people all over the world. Leeds is in a similar position. Leeds can get into the Premiership, but can we stay there? 2 or 3 seasons, yeah. And then they slip back. They haven't got the money for the players. You know, that could keep you there. And Burnley has the same problem. Many ways, Burnley and Leeds are very, very similar. And I don't think it's a question of being good enough. A lot of it, I think, revolves around money. A lot of it revolves around the amount of money you've got, funds you can access. So in that respect, I'd say Burnley, being a small town, is quite successful. And I think Lincoln could be successful, but I think they're going to have many of the same problems that Burnley has. Yeah, see you later on, Dave. Yeah, have a nice evening when whatever you're going to do. Well, that may be, Jack. Or Jake, that may be. Well, what do you consider strong enough? I mean, that's what you got to ask yourself. I mean, how come the likes of Burnley? I think maybe you should have another division. Instead of having 4 leagues, you should maybe have 5. Whereas the top half of the Premier League should be something else. So you've got your Liverpools, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham, and so on. You know, them top clubs, them really good clubs. Because they are a league apart from anybody else. And if you did that, that'd mean teams like Burnley. But then it'd defeat its own purpose if you did that. You'd have like 10 teams or 15, say 16 teams or something like that. In the very, very, very top league. Oh, okay, mate, no worry. Thanks for telling me. I'm really good at that guy. Normally they'll try and get in between the wall and the dog. He told me you were there. So I'm really grateful for that. You know, this is the thing. So if you take the top teams out, that kind of defeats its own purpose anyhow. Oh, look at the reflection there. Not as good as it were the other night, but still, that's all right. Well, we'll see what happens anyhow. I wish Lincoln success. I hope they go up into the Championship, and I hope they can stay there. Who knows? They may even be able to get the investment they need to turn the ground into a proper Premiership ground. Who knows? And I think that would be great. If you think of it, Grimsby is roughly the same size as Burnley. What league are Grimsby in now? I think they're in, aren't they in League 2? And Scunthorpe certainly Burnley's same size as Burnley. And look at their team. So I don't know. Burnley hasn't got much going for it in any way. But as far as football goes, it's probably the town's most important success. Hello. Oh, it's lovely.
Killing my knees.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
On the front.
Yeah, well, you just have to see how it goes. But I mean, as I said, Lincoln have done well over this past few years. You've come from being like semi-professional into professional, and you fought your way to the top of, you know, the League One, and now you're going to go into serious football, like Championship. Now, I'm not the expert on football by any stretch of the imagination. I don't profess to be. But even so, you know, even I can see that Lincoln they've had a formidable task, and they've done it. You know, for the fans, they've given the fans what they wanted, which is all any club can do. Burnley, on the other hand, they're going down. They haven't been able to do it, and Burnley will never be able to do it. Every time they go up, they're overachieving. But they'll never be in that position where they can stay in the Premier. Good years and bad years. Whether Burnley will come up 26, 27, you know, at the end of 20, you know, at the end of 27, I don't know. It is quite possible. I mean, I can remember when Burnley were in, I think, they were in Division 2. I think they were in Division 2 at one time. And then they went back into the Championship. I'm trying to think who was in charge of the team. The bloke called Mullen, and then Waddle. Because we were all asking, what will he do? And that would have been back in the 1990s. At that time, Blackburn was soaring. They had a hell of a lot of money. They bought Alan Shearer, I think, for £1 million. You know, a bloke called Jack Walker, who had a huge steel stockholding firm, Walker Steel. He later on sold out to British Steel stockholding. He owned the club, or he bought the club, and was able to get in top flight footballers like Alan Shearer. And Blackburn soared. You know, they went into what was then Division 1, you know, what is now the Premier League. And that would have been, I don't know, 96, 97, something like that. Burnley, I think, was Division 3, which is now League 1, which is what Lincoln's in. And we got Chris Waddle, after Arthur Mullen. They sacked him. He was a good manager, but they sacked him because he couldn't deliver the goods. And then we got Chris Waddle. And that was what everybody was saying, what will he do? Oh, he's lovely, he really is. Does he have his own settee? Oh, he's lovely. Yeah, it says that, but you can't. Trump will say one thing, you know, Edward, and he'll do something else. He likes playing with the media, I think. Oh, here's that dog again. Excuse me, love. What is he? Right, we were trying to work out what she were. Oh, right. Thanks a lot. I bet there's not so many of them.
There's a couple of them, but not a lot. Not like
She's. I can tell this lot now. She's gorgeous, though. Thanks for telling me. The dog, what we saw earlier on, what Jack thought was Old English sheepdog, no. It's a St. Bernard crossed with a standard poodle. So I'll tell Jack when we see him tomorrow. And now we know. Apparently they've got quite a lot of them in America. but very few over here. I'd never heard of that before. But what a beautiful dog though. Well, I don't know about that. If he's got no brain, he's certainly made a lot of money in his lifetime. He knows how to do a deal, a business deal. He's been a top businessman in America for the last however many years. Also, he doesn't let the enemy know what he's doing. He says one thing and does another. Now, Trump doesn't bother me one way or another, to be honest. I don't have a lot of time for the Ayatollahs in Iran. And if he brings that, however he does, if he can bring that regime down, that has got to be better for everybody in the world. I don't care how he does. I mean, I'll just look at his predecessor, Joe Biden. The bloke had dementia, and he had his finger on the button, the nuclear button. And how can that be? Imagine that. Before Joe Biden, you had Trump. Before Trump, you had Obama. Who the hell was Obama? You know, okay, the American people vote him in, and I'm not going to criticise any American president or any other president in anybody else's country. People make, in a democracy, a liberal democracy, it's the people who make a choice, better or worse. look at what we've chosen. We've chosen a bunch of student union activists to run our government. Just look at them. I mean, we can't really criticise any foreign government. We should look at our own. God, student union activists. We welcome terrorists into this country and give them British nationality. Well, that tells me a lot. We worry about the human rights of people who are paedophile pimps and members of child rape gangs, but then we worry about their human rights. We have terrorists. Well, we can't send them home because if we do, their lives are going to be in danger. But it's all right for them to endanger British lives. Unbelievable. I don't really discuss foreign affairs that much because every country has its own issues, and it's not for me to call, carp or criticise anybody else when I look at my own government. I don't really get involved in politics on this channel. But I've got to say, I do have a lot of sympathy with the ordinary Iranian person. They didn't ask for any of this. Like I said, going back, 40 odd years ago, nearly 50 years ago now, I supported the Iranian revolution, the Ayatollahs. I thought, you know what, however bad they are, they can't be as bad as the Shah and his Savak. That was what I thought. All right, they'll have an Islamic revolution. I don't know if that's going to be good or it's going to be bad, but it can't be as bad as the Shah. And it's turned out to be no better. Do I blame Muslims for that? No, of course not. Do I blame Islam? No. Do I blame the culture? I don't know. But sure as hell don't blame the ordinary people. Hi Andrew. Hi Casey. Yeah, it is lovely here. Oh yeah, Toby loves it. Come on, Toby. Oh, he loves it. He loves going out. He loves everything we do. A very big part of my life is Toby. Oh, I don't want to go sniffing that. It's wee wee. No, it's a big part of my life is Toby. I'm a big part of his life. At night time he'll often jump in bed with us. Hello. It seems to have got a bit warmer. Well, it has or not, I'm not sure, or it's just me climatising to it. It is lovely here. I'm at Withensea in East Yorkshire. We're on the coast, we're about 50 miles east of Hull. Lovely place to be. Well, let's cross over while we can. Our bus is coming in its special livery. Learning for life. Run with it. I'm not sure what it is, learning for life, but you run with it. I'll look that up later on. And I've got kiddie winks, so I'm just going to move my camera. I'm trying not to get your kid on camera.
Oh, cheers.
No worry. Cheers. Yeah, I was just, as I always do, I avoid getting children on camera. Hiya, you alright?
You on that?
Right, you TikTok one.
You TikTok
Yep.
that? That's it.
No, I don't do TikTok. I don't really like getting kids on if you don't mind.
You TikTok that? Come on.
Huh? Yeah, you like my dog?
Yeah, can I throw it?
Yeah, of course you can.
It don't bite, does it?
No. Yeah, it's called Toby. See you lads. Yeah. Nice kids. But it's just it's a rule I have, but I don't get kids on camera. They've been quite happy for me to put them on camera. But a rule's a rule, isn't it? Yeah, that's my rule. If I can help it, I don't put children on camera. With AI and things like that nowadays, it's just too much of a risk. I wouldn't have wanted my kids to go on camera when they were young. So it's only right to take care and to do everything I can to ensure kids don't go on camera. See, there we are again, look, our bus for life. Learning for life. Run with it. I've always been one who believed in lifelong learning. But I wonder what it means, learning for life. Would that enable me to go and sit another degree? Or another doctorate or something? Or is it just a meaningless slogan? I'm going to look it up later on and see. And I'll let you know tomorrow what it actually means. Yeah, it's definitely got warmer. Come on, let's cross over. Well, it's been a good walk tonight. Oh dear. All right, mate. Come on. Oops. Pushes. I went into... Seems everybody's taking their dogs out right now. Well, folk, we're nearly home. Yes, I've got a bit to do tonight. I'm going to send my son my share of the money. I have to look at that learn for life and see what it is. Oh, there's the old Duchess. I don't know what she's doing. It's the old Duchess at the door. There she's going in. Come on, Toby. Well, guys, it's that time of again where we have to say our goodbyes. Toby, yeah. I'm not going to get him, am I? But from me and Toby, I shall see everybody else. Been a good walk. I've enjoyed it. My foot's niggled me a little bit, but nothing major. So hopefully it'll continue to get better. And I shall see you all again tomorrow. So thank you very much for your likes, your shares, your comments, listening to my stuff I've got to say. your subscriptions, everything. It's great, and it's great having you with me. So I'm going to say good night, and I shall see you all tomorrow. So from me and Toby, it's good night to everybody.